Hey everybody, it's Brent in Central Arkansas. I wanted to show you the next phase. Right next to the greenhouse is a 4 mil black plastic that I got from Lowe's, and it is 10 feet by 25 feet. I think it was like 11 something. Pretty good price. It's thick enough. I've grown in black plastic before. I'll show you a little picture here of one of my gardens. And what I'm going to do now is I've got some pots here right now that are just holding it down until I get the rest of the pots. It's supposed to be cold for the next, well, 2 times during the next week, down to the mid-30s, and that could potentially kill the spring, summer vegetables. So right now I'm just going to put pots on it. I've got a tape measure there. I'm going to measure and I'll show you how I put the buckets on the plastic. Once I get the placement of the bucket on the plastic where I want it, I just take the utility knife and cut the bags. Fold it back. There's some grass there, but once the soil sits on it, that grass will die, and that'll allow the roots that are in the bucket to penetrate and go into the soil. What I've got here are some of my yellow squash. That's what the YS stands for on there. Remember when I planted these? Well, now it's time to separate them and put them into some pots outside. I've got some water with very light nutrient in it. And I've got this cup here with 5 squash in it. So the first thing we need to do is to separate the squash. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to remove the soil by dunking it in the water, just like so. Now then, when you do it this way, a little messy, but you tear less roots than you would if you just did it with the soil themselves. Just kind of dunk it like this, and eventually more and more soil disappears, and the only thing you're left with are roots. Just kind of gently pry them apart. There we go, there's one. Two, three, 4, 5. Okay. I'm going to put them back in here so the roots can keep from drying out. Now we're going to take them over to the pots and plant them up. So we're going to plant 2 per pot. And we're going to divot out a hole in the soilless mixture actually, like so. And we're going to grab one of these squash, and we're just going to simply use the dibber and plant back around it just like so. Pretty simple. Got the squash. It's got a trailing set of roots behind it. Fits right down in the hole, just like so. Make it a little deeper. And just gonna take and push the soil around it, just like so. And I'll do that with these others and some other pots, but that's basically all there is to it. And all I need to do now is water it in. This is the next day. Not too much transplant shock going on. I planted 9. Here's the layout of the black plastic grow, and black plastic does pretty good, and it does real good at keeping grass, controlling your weeding. And this has got all pots. There's going to be 30 on this one, 10 on each, in 3 rows. Probably going to mostly be squash in this one, and then I'm going to plant one more with watermelon and cantaloupes. I've got a couple. Let's see here, I got my finger in the camera. A couple here of squash that I had growing through the winter that I brought outside, and we'll see how they do. But that's what it looks like.